Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOs.com. Do a quick first impressions gameplay video for Atlantica Online, free-to-play turn-based MMORPG developed and published by Ndoors/Nexon. Spend about 10 to 15 minutes on the ground checking this game out. Make comments if you guys do want to play Atlantica or just learn more about it. Do check out the whole review on MMOs.com on the link below. So let's go and get started. We are playing on this server, the Alexandria server. There's actually 5 servers for the game and 2 of them are fairly busy, so people still do play Atlantica. This game launched originally back in 2008, so it's a bit of an oldie. Let me show you some of the character creation options, and the game has survived throughout all this time because it's fairly decent. You have 3 playable, I guess, classes/factions over here. Factions rather, Scions of Atlantis, the Hero, and the Atlantean. 2 of them by default are naked and awesome, so I approve of these. Obviously, we're going to pick the one with the least clothing, which in this case is actually the Hero, though I do like the Atlantean melee Blade Master waifu the best, I think. But we're going to have to play the Hero ranged character because she's got the least clothing on, obviously. If you want to play an Atlantis character, you can choose all these different weapons. Essentially, your character class is your weapon that you choose from. You have, Dragoon, Knight, Reaver, you got Maestro. Basically, what weapon your character ends up using is actually basically your character class. And they each have their own pros and cons, obviously. But let's get out of here and let me jump on a character I've already made. And let's get into the game. Actually, when you tweak your character name, it says, warning, no advertising or lewdness allowed. Atlantica Online is not about that lewdness. Apparently, being lewd in this game is a bannable offense, which is unfortunate. And actually, none of the character classes had a lolly character as well, so that's obviously a minus a few points over there. So you actually do start with a mount. And actually, when I first played this game back when it was just on Nexon servers, it was actually, you start with a lower level. Now we start level 30. My character's level 33 already, so you kind of start with quite a bit more. Back then, you only had like 1 or 2 mercenaries at the beginning, and you get more mercenaries based on what level you are. Here now, you have a whole bunch of mercenaries, and you'll see them when I get into the actual fight over here. So the cool thing about this game was that it was always this interesting turn-based MMORPG. Something we really haven't seen in MMORPGs basically since forever. So you see an enemy, this pillared soothsayer, we gotta fight a bunch of these guys, so let's go click on it, and we fight it, and then we walk into that bad boy, and then boom, it's almost like a random encounter in like Final Fantasy. So you do this turn-based combat then. So on our turn, you can choose who you want to attack. So the way you actually choose your attacks can be pretty important. And you go back and forth with your enemies. I have a pretty big army right now. I have 6, 7, 8 mercenaries, 9 total mercenaries if you count the search robot. The search robot basically doesn't fight, he just loots guys for me. Searching is basically looting when you kill them. Though the game is kind of on auto battle mode right now. So while the game does have auto battling, it's a bit more tame and controlled. I don't remember if it had auto battling when I first played. But you can only auto battle like X number of encounters per day or per hour or so. I think I have 8 auto encounters left. The number actually decreased as well, so you have to actually manually play at one point anyway. But how you end up playing and how you attack, there's a tactical decision involved. Though I would say much of the tactical gameplay is kind of setting up your party to begin with. So we start with all these characters, and I'll show you them in a moment when we get out of this battle. Confirm. Let's go loot these bad boys now, and then our turn's gonna win. I do feel like when you kill them all, you should just auto win the battle because just taking an extra turn to loot them is just a bit of a waste of time. So we killed 5 of these pillaging guys. Gotta kill a few more. So you can click on the characters, click on inventory to see what's going on. You can actually equip our characters with gear the same way you would do in any MMORPG actually. And then you can actually see other characters as well, your mercenaries. And you can actually put skins on your mercenaries too, which again, it's pretty cool. You can dress up your characters. But you can upgrade their skills and whatnot too. So there's actually customization for your mercenaries as well as your characters. And I have some guardsmen, some swordsmen, some archers, and some healers, some mages over there. And I don't even need to worry about those bags. Let's go kill the soothsayer or the pillaging sorcerer. We got some sorcerers next. Let's kill these bad boys. Again, you walk up to them and you go into battle, right? Just like that. You don't have to, you don't get into encounters automatically. You have to kind of click on them to actually battle them. And we'll auto battle these bad boys too. But the real customization in Atlantica and the real interesting parts of this game are that, one, there's like hundreds of different mercenaries in the game. And there's like, I think there's 80 range guys alone. There's probably like 80 or so melee guys, probably more actually. And then that many mages as well. So over 250 playable mercenaries you have to collect in the game. Just going to click on these guys to fight them. And you just start with the basic set. And they have different grades as well when you first find them in the game. They can be rated D all the way up to rated A. A mercenaries are obviously better. It kind of follows the old 1 to 5 star gacha system from all those mobile games. But this is not a mobile game, it's a PC game. This game yeah, 2008, almost 10 years old as this video, so it's been around for a while. But the cool thing is, you don't need to have a full group of A mercenaries to beat the PvE story and do the more difficult stuff. Obviously, the A grade guys are better, but they also cost more to upgrade. So upgrading your A class mercenaries is more expensive than upgrading lower class mercenaries. So you want to have the right mercenaries for the job. If they have a ton of range guys, if you get melee up to them, it kind of wrecks them. I think mages get wrecked by just archers and stuff too. So there's a bit of a rock, paper, scissors system to the game's mechanics. But there's some variety as well because there's a whole bunch of different kinds of melee weapons too. And they each have different skills too. So when you use skills and stuff and how you attack, there is some tactical element there as well. Though when you're doing this PvE content early on, it's not going to be too important. The game is both point and click gameplay as well as WSAD. You can use whichever you want. We gotta kill one more pillaging sorcerer. Unfortunately, we did not get the one we needed. So we're gonna do one more encounter with these bad boys and do it. So I feel like the graphics for the game definitely aren't bad. That part, you know, kind of aged decently. Interface though is definitely a bit more dated. Definitely looks a bit more dated. And of course, the experience you get for killing enemies, it kind of gets divided amongst your whole party. So if you want to level up one character faster, you can kind of, you know, maybe you don't have to bring all your guys into battle. You can kind of make them sit out the battle too. So more experience gets divided amongst, you know, less people. If you want to level up certain dudes faster. But I have a very basic party right now, and again, there are hundreds of basically NPCs to collect, these mercenaries to collect, and they're constantly adding more. That's really where the game's variety comes in. Just basically having a shit ton of dudes and getting new ones. You make them stronger. Let me show you the game world of this too. It's actually set in like an alternative real world. Very few MMORPGs are based on Earth, like a lot of Chinese games are based in the Three Kingdoms era, so it's still set in China. Here you have the whole, you know, everything, and I'll show you that in a moment. The world is quite giant as well. And also, right away, if you didn't notice, there's gold spam going on left and right on the bottom left. And I've said this before, any game that has a shit ton of gold spam, it means people are still playing it. The game is still relevant, you know? Like, if your game doesn't have gold spam, it kind of means your game is dead at this point anyway. So let me go and show you the world real quick. So you can see the world map, you can see all this. Can we zoom out a bit more from here? There's a button to zoom out, I forgot what it is. This way? Nope, that's translucency. But you can see all the continents, and we can click over here too. You can see Atlantis. It's called Atlantica Online. Of course you have to have Atlantis, right? And then you click on the world, you can see all the continents over here. And it's kind of neat that way. A lot of different maps in the game too. Alright, we have to go, let's go hand these quests in. So it's an older game, but it's still, I would say it's better than a lot of the maybe Cal Onlines and maybe RF Onlines. It's better than a lot of the other old school MMORPGs, but it's still a difficult game to get into, I would say. Charm of Weakness, let's go to get that. Alright, we just double clicked on it, and I think it's bringing me there, nice. Alright, nope, the double click did nothing. We're gonna get the Charm of Weakness. Alright, we're gonna auto walk the Charm of Weakness. Take me there. Take me there, game. Alright, you can see crafting skill quest. Charm of, I gotta make this bad boy. What? Is this it? Yeah, we're making it. Crafting in progress. There you go. Oh god, 10,000, 0 to 10,000. Personal craft. Craft one rape. Alright, oh god. This is not gonna finish ever. Oh god, what's going on? Also, it's actually worth mentioning right away too, that actually this game is basically every item in this game is crafted by other players. I don't think there's a merchant that sells like loot. Basically everything in the game is crafted by other players, so it's got a pretty thriving in-game economy as well. And in-game currency is super important for recruiting mercenaries and whatnot. So even though the game is old, people still do play it, and I imagine they'll play it for a reason. And again, the game was good enough for Nexon to end up buying the company that made it as well. You know, Ndoors was an independent studio before Nexon bought them. I remember back when I played through Ndoors, it was super legit too. I mean, there was no pay-to-win elements. You can really pretty much do everything in the game for free, and it was actually really well balanced. I'm not so sure if that's still the case though. People have been complaining that there are definitely some pay-to-win elements right now. Again, I kind of wish you can start at level 1 too, because starting at level 1 and kind of recruiting mercenaries along the way, the progression felt more interesting that way. Now if you start with a whole army of dudes, this feels a bit more, a bit easier and a bit less, you know, you don't appreciate the fact that we have a whole army of dudes. When you first start, you're just controlling your character, that's it. So you kind of thinking where you want to attack, what abilities you want to do. So again, there aren't too many abilities on your character. If you let me click on my guy. I think I have one ability right now, Hunter's Mark. But you can actually get your own skill tree on your character, I think once you reach level 100. So there's actually decent customization on the character level as well. What gear you have and what skills you get, what talent trees you get, so you can customize your character that way. Alright, we got more levels over here. We need to get this Charm of Weakness is going to be crafted eventually. We're working on that bad boy. We can kill some more stuff while we do it though. And there's crafting plays a big role in this game though. There's a lot of mobile games again that kind of like this now though. In fact, there's a mobile game by the guys that made by Ndoors, the guys that made this game. I forget what it's called right now, but it's very similar obviously because again it's made by the same dudes that made this one. But yeah, if you guys do like what you see and you want to give it a try, it's an oldie, but it's still around. And I would say again, it's still probably more interesting than a lot of the old, like again, the Cal lines, the RFL lines, the really oldies like the Genghis Khan Online and stuff too. But yeah, if you guys do want to play Atlantica Online, and learn more about it, you can check out the review on MMOs.com on the link below. Anyway, guys, later.